Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I hope you can hear me. I hope you can see me. Gareth Dyke is my name. Don't worry. I'll turn off my webcam in just a moment and we'll get started with our presentation today. But I hope you can hear me. I hope you can hear me. I hope you can see me. So it would be fantastic if somebody could just write into the chat box if you are able to hear me okay, so we can just check that the audio is working in our presentation today. Can you hear me okay? Let's just check that, and welcome everybody to our webinar presentation today. Gareth Dyke is my name. This is Bentham Science Publishers, working in collaboration with Edance. Our company, we provide innovative scientific solutions. We work together with Bentham, providing editorial services and providing help for researchers coming up with ideas, developing ideas. We write papers, we help researchers with review papers, we help researchers come up with suggestions for where they could get their papers published, and we recommend Bentham Science journals. Fantastic. Everything is okay. The only thing that's not okay is that you can see me. So I'll just turn off my webcam because nobody wants to look at me when they can look at the slides for this presentation. Today, we are going to be talking about how you can respond and communicate effectively with editors and with peer reviewers. It's actually peer review week this week. Maybe you didn't realize that, but this is quite a big week in the publishing industry because it's peer review week, the week in which we celebrate and talk about peer review. So I thought I'd put that onto our first slide today. It's peer review week. My name is Gareth Dyke. This is a presentation brought to you by Bentham Science Publishers. And if you were with us yesterday, thank you very much for attending yesterday. If you didn't attend yesterday's session and you would like information about Bentham journals, Bentham ebooks, and Bentham services, then please do drop me an email. You can see my email there in the chat box. At the end of this presentation today, I will give you another email that you can use to access Bentham if you would like to learn more about Bentham services. Let's get started. Thank you so much for attending. I see we have quite a good number of colleagues from across Ukraine. So thank you so much to our friends and colleagues at the National State Library for organizing this event. Gareth is my name. If you scroll down the chat box, you will see my email address. You can feel free to ask any questions at any time during our time together by writing them into the chat box. So, the academic publishing cycle. We're all very familiar with the academic publishing cycle. We all go round and around and around this hamster wheel, this cycle all the time. We come up with ideas. We have to get funding for those ideas. We then have to collect data to support those ideas and those hypotheses. And then we have to select a journal. Then we have to write a paper. Then we have to make a submission to an ISI Scopus listed journal, which is, of course, how we can help you as well. If you get in touch with me, if you get in touch with my colleague Franz, we will help you to find a good journal to publish your work in. And then, of course, stage 7, peer review and publication. That's what we're going to be talking about today. So good morning, everybody. Great to see you again here for this session. If you enjoy these webinar sessions and you would like more, then please don't hesitate to get in touch with us. We would be happy. We would be delighted to provide you with more of these webinars in the future. Don't forget, we're doing another one tomorrow. You can sign up for that. I'll give you the links at the end of our session. Jump in and join us tomorrow as well. We are all very familiar with emails like this. Dear sir, dear madam, many thanks for asking whether we would like to publish your paper. Your paper is good and original, but unfortunately we are simply not willing to publish it. The trouble is that the good bits were not original and the original bits were not good. Yours faithfully, the editors. We write great research. You wouldn't be in the position that you're in if you weren't doing fantastic research. Often the issue with getting work published in English language journals is in English academic communication. I know it's a problem if English is your second, your third, your fourth language, but don't worry, that's part of the reason why we do these presentations. We are here to help editors and international journals manage submissions that come in. And of course, editors make decisions about what to do with papers. And often, editors are performing a number of different roles. So our starting point today is just with my handy field guide for academic publishing. Who are you talking to when you're talking to an editor? Is it a journal managing editor? Is it a language editor working to edit your English? Is it the academic editor? And very often we are talking initially with the academic editor who will make those initial decisions about what to do with your paper. Communication during the publishing cycle, submission and peer review has to often be directed to an academic editor. And I will show you a number of techniques that I hope that you can use. Maybe they will help you to be more efficient in your communication with academic editors in the future. If you have questions, if you have comments, don't forget you can write them in the chat box at any time. I hope that the audio is working. I hope that everybody is okay. So the first stage of the publishing process, of course, is journal selection. Bentham Science publishers have a large range of fantastic journals that you may wish to use for your next submission. Great impact factors, very low publication fees. That's unusual across the publishing industry. Successful academics never start to write often until they've decided on a target journal. Your first part of your communication strategy with a journal starts before you begin to even write your next article. You should think about your audience, your target journal, before you begin the writing process. That helps you to structure and write the paper. Each journal is different. How can you do this? Talk to colleagues, talk to other people, make pre-submission inquiries. Have that step in the initial writing and submission process before you begin the writing process. You know what your research results are. You know what's significant about your research results. Why not reach out to journals and tee up, get a journal ready, talk to editors before you start to write your next paper. Pre-submission inquiries are steps that are often not made by enough authors in the process, but you can communicate with editors before you begin to write your papers. You can reach out to editors, writing them emails, giving them information about the key message in your study before you write the paper. You can ask editors, would you be interested in seeing this submission? Be effective, save yourself lots of valuable time. I'll give you a template at the end of this presentation that will help you to do that. Get in touch with me as well over email. I'll give you Word document templates for all of these kinds of emails. Reach out to editors. Writing a pre-submission inquiry before you begin the writing process can significantly speed up the process. So the first of our insider recommendations, the first of our insider tips, write to editors before you put your paper together. There's no limit on the number of editors that you can write to. You can write to as many as you like, and this will help you to target your journal for your next submission effectively. You can send the abstract if you have it. You can send the title. You can write to editors and give them the key message from your research. They might say, we're not interested, sorry, but we know a journal that would be. Or they might say, wonderful, fantastic, submit your paper to us. And you've already gotten yourself ahead of the game. You've already gotten yourself into the minds of the editors before you make your submission. First stage in effective communication during the writing and submitting process. Why not? You've nothing to lose. You can